Office Christmas Party stars Jason Bateman, Jennifer Aniston, Kate McKinnon, T.J. Miller, and Rob Corddry, and stars Jason Bateman as a what business do they do?
It's basically like a technology internet business. It's Jennifer Aniston and her brother, who's played
T.J.
by
Miller.
T.J. Miller. They their father ends up passing away and gives the company to T.J. and Jennifer Aniston, and basically it's a technology. Basically, it's like a technology place. It's kind of like Dell. Kind of their own. It's a skyscraper, like in the city. It's
NX or something like that, or whatever it's called.
It's like Nexus or NX,
But basically, Jason Bateman plays an employee that's at this office, and the story involves with him getting divorced at the beginning of the movie, and him and his friend, played by T.J. Miller, are planning to have a meeting that goes on with Jennifer Aniston, who is T.J. Miller's sister, and they go over that the stocks are pretty much, or their business is pretty much going down because they're getting low on their percentages and stuff. And so T.J. Miller brings up the idea that they wanted to try to do an office party because
basically he thinks that the story is pretty much he thinks an office party will help boost his employees, because he thinks his employees are down because he thinks they're unappreciated. So he's thinking that if we throw the biggest party, maybe I can boost the employees to feel like they're worth something and give them the night of their life, and then they'll come back and we'll nail this shit in the bud and get more money, Yeah. So that's what he does. Yeah.
And then at first, Jennifer Aniston's character, Carol, doesn't want to go with that because she feels like, because she's basically the opposite of. She's playing a similar character like a horror bosses, only instead of the sexualized kind of boss, she's actually a bitch like Kevin Spacey.
And basically, she's at this competition with TJ on who's going to become the CEO, the bigger person in the company, and she's basically saying that on the same time that TJ's trying to. That's his name, right? TJ?
T.J. Miller.
T.J. Miller.
Clay, that's his character.
Yeah, Clay. While Clay is trying to show appreciation to his employees and thinking that will bring up the numbers, Jennifer Aniston's character is all about closing them down. Yeah,
because and that's when also we get introduced to Courtney B. Vance's character, who is a guy who's having a low business, and T.J. Miller and Jason Bateman and Olivia Munn's characters, they go to him to try to see if they can close a deal with them so that they can keep their company going. Mm-hmm. And at first he refuses, but then as the film goes along, you start to see that T.J. Miller actually, even though Jennifer Aniston, as you see in the trailer, she doesn't want this party to happen at all. Yeah. T.J. Miller, behind Jennifer Aniston's back, he decides to have this throw this party at this office, and that's when he gets all this booze going on, and he gets all these.
And if any of y'all remember that big party movie, quite a few years ago, not too many years ago, but it's kind of like Project X.
Yeah, I remember that. I never seen it, but I heard about it.
And it's basically throwing the party that no one's ever, biggest Christmas party ever. I mean, you're talking about balls to the wall, nudity. I mean, this movie has it all. I mean, the comedy is fucking fantastic. The performances were great. You got the crazy nights where people are crashing into shit, throwing shit out of the building. Yeah. I mean, this is straight just fucking, everybody's getting lit from fucking cocaine, every alcohol, you got it all.
This is basically if they would have made it like because we've seen party movies before that I think were more popularized like in the 90s and in the early 2000s, because in the 90s I think we had that trend going on like
well, it's kind of more house party.
Well, yeah, like House Party, Can't Hardly Wait, all those kind of movies where it's set on the actual party.
Yeah,
right.
In the house.
Right, but this one is actually in an office, and this time they have it to where all these employees are going like batshit insane, and you have T.J. Miller's character dressed up like Santa Claus, and that's when he's giving out all the fucking bonuses to all his employees.
Like he said, there's a character, that black dude, what's his name?
I forgot.
They're trying to.
Courtney Vance plays a character. I forgot his character's name, but he plays a guy who has a business that's pretty much going.
All right.
He's trying.
Basically, TJ thinks that if they could, this guy, he owns a like a Fortune 500 company, and he's thinking if they could sucker in him and one, because the guy's looking for a technology company to to kind of merge with.
Yeah.
So they, and make them both rich, their company's rich. And basically, the guy is wanting to go with Dell, but these people are trying to, TJ and them are trying to steal him and try to have him join their clan, buy from them so they can become rich and they don't have to lay and close down and lay people off.
Yeah, and at first he doesn't like the way he describes it as their culture, but then he actually shows up to the party because he's invited and everything. He shows up there, and then basically something. Don't want to spoil what happens, but something happens to where, like you see in the trailer,
where he gets fucked up.
He gets like fucked up, and he's like climbing on this like light and all that, these Christmas lights.
And then he's like, "Oh fuck, I'll sign with you guys. You guys are awesome."
So
basically sucking him, but it's a fun Christmas party film. I really, really enjoyed this film.
I did too. You know what? I mean, I've seen some comedies this year that have been really good. You know, like Neighbors 2, The Nice Guys, which was more action, but it's still a comedy. This one, you know what? In my honest opinion, I had so much fun with that. I really thoroughly, really loved it a lot. Like because for one, I work at a call center. I'm not gonna say what it is to not tell anyone out there. I work at a call center, and since I relate to a lot of the office kind of thing, I really wish we had fucking parties like this because these kind of parties they do in this film are like really insane. Like you have this cool scene where you have, well, I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but it's basically like a kind of a like when you're doing like a chug kind of thing. And it's like eggnog going down your throat. Well, I want to see the shit like that.
Well, this movie is raunchy as hell, and that's why I love my comedies. But I want it done at a more humor level, like where you could actually laugh, not too raunchy. Like I don't want it to go like the Wayans Brothers level, like where it gets too like it's not even funny raunchy. This is good enough raunchy, And there's these type of comedies I found out this year get shit on a lot by a lot of people.
Yeah.
But they like shit like Pop Star or 50 Shades of Black or Meet the Blacks, which were fucking horrible comedies of this year. But then another good comedy that a lot of you shit on, I'm sorry, I thought it was really good, and I know a lot of people liked it that I surround myself with, Dirty Grandpa. I really enjoyed that. And that was another underrated, I think is really underrated. I'm sorry, I thought it was great. But anyways, this film... Yeah, I really had a blast. And you know what I appreciate? And a lot of comedies do this, but they actually did this right. You notice in comedies where people get injured in the movie, they show really, and it's usually something you'd like, oh man, they had to die or broke something, but they get up like nothing's wrong and kind of kills the instability or like the vulnerability of no way. This one actually, when they get hurt, they actually show the injuries. They get really fucking hurt and they go to the hospital, or they almost really fucking die.
Yeah,
I'm glad they didn't do that over the height where you think they should have died or broke their bones and all that stuff, and then they get up like, oh yeah, party. Like, there's no fucking way. This one, they actually show the injuries.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do like that.
I don't want to go into detail, but when shit goes down with some of the characters in the film, you actually do see what happens afterwards because they try to risk things that would logically would not fucking happen in real life. Yeah. But anyway,
this one was doable.
Yes,
I really enjoyed this.
I really did too. I love the performances. I think the standout performances I love the most is T.J. Miller, Jennifer Aniston, and Rob Corddry, because them three alone make the fucking movie for me.
Now, this movie does have a lot of people. We ain't going to go into too much detail because it'd take forever, and this is just a non-spoiler review. There are some other characters. This is like your typical comedy party film where you're actually focusing on like so many different other people. It's like you got this India dude, India dude.
Well, he's kind of like
and he's sitting there trying to press the thing. Fucking his buddies picking on him made me fucking. Oh my god, that was awesome.
Where he's like your non-existing girlfriend.
They were giving him shit, dude. I seen that one skinny dude with the facial hair somewhere.
I can't remember his name, but
I have to look it up. But man, I just enjoyed everybody in this film. Now, what do you have a little con?
I have little to no cons this film, surprisingly. Like, maybe I could have probably seen more party in the film than what it has, but I love what they did with it, because for most of the film, it's all about the party. Yeah. And they keep it very raunchy, and they get pretty extreme in a lot of shit, too, which I thought was surprising.
I enjoyed I even liked that one black girl that was shooting there.
With the tasers,
looking for somebody to fuck with and all that stuff. I had a blast. One of the parts I fucking just oh my god, it's funny. when that dude put his dick in that 3D printer.
Yeah, that
and
was
started
funny
drawing his
as
dick out
shit.
and showed his dick. I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
I had fun with this film.
I mean, all the performances really good too. You know, Jason Bateman, he's kind of playing a similar character like off of Horrible Bosses, where you know he doesn't want to get fired and all that. So in a way, this is kind of like a sort of a spin-off per se of Horrible Bosses in a way, because he's playing a similar character.
Yeah. But anyways, I had a blast.
I did too, and I like the Olivia Bunn and all them too. And surprisingly, you know what I actually found really funny in parts? I didn't think I'd say this, but Kate McKinnon.
Mm-hmm.
I hated her. I didn't like her in Ghostbusters, but this one, I think with this kind of humor, she works a lot better with.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if she did more shit like this, she would probably have more, shiny moments, because she cracked me up in a lot of parts.
Like I generally don't like her in a lot of stuff because she likes to join that politically type shit, and I don't really like it because she, gets biased with a lot of her shit. I don't really get into a lot of that political humor.
Yeah.
Really, I don't really care for it, and that's what she generally does.
Especially on SNL.
Then she did, yeah, because she's big on SNL, but then she did Ghostbusters, which I didn't like her in. I didn't like that movie at all, and I didn't like anybody's performances, and she was one of them that was really in the bottom barrel crappy performances. But this one, I actually fucking enjoyed her, and I really got to give her credit for this.
Yeah, I mean, she's not in it she's in it throughout the whole film, but
she's actually trying to play straight for the first half, where she's the HR boss.
Yeah,
and she's like trying to stop everybody from doing bad shit. But then she gets her raunchier side,
which I really enjoy.
Yeah.
I like, because the first half was
passing gas all the time.
Yeah, because at first it was throwing me off because well, this is probably the same kind of thing she's doing in Ghostbusters. But then when the film went on, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm actually really like her in this one. She's actually pretty funny.
But yeah,
so yeah, I liked her, and the one that stands out for me the most is Jennifer Aniston. There's parts every time that she's trying to like fuck with her brother in the movie. Yep. It always cracked me up a lot.
But anyways, I enjoyed this film. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10.
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I found little to no flaws with it. The only thing I could probably say could have been more.
I wish they would have done more with the partying. And I wish they would have done like a little bit better with the villain people you'll see throughout the film. I don't want to spoil shit. I wish they would have done more with them. A little bit more with them. But other than that, that's just a little nitpicky. The movie ain't bad. It's a really good comedy. I'd like to buy it.
Yeah, me too.
And thank God we've seen this movie to get some relief for a movie where we're going to be reviewing next.
Yeah, so I definitely recommend Office Christmas Party if you get a chance to see it. And speaking of the holidays, tomorrow is Christmas Eve as we're speaking now. I hope everyone has a good Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. If you guys like what you see here, you can check out more of our reviews here on YouTube. And we'll be seeing you in our next review. We'll see you later.